So our mission coming into an earth body began some around the Neanderthal time, 600,000 years ago. And at that time, the female bodysuit was free of any ownership programs. The male bodysuit carried two programs. So the male body itself was owned by the outsiders, and the soul carried the ownership from the galactic worlds. So when the soul in a female body that slipped up and got a little bit too close in that monitoring, so that the outsiders went, wait a minute, there's something else going on down here in that village. There's a presence we didn't know was there, and they investigated and indeed discovered there was a different bodysuit called, we call it female. And as soon as they discovered the female bodysuit was on the planet and there was no ownership marks, they damaged the female. They damaged the female. And how do they damage the female? You break down her barriers. You rape her so that she's vulnerable. You beat her so she's vulnerable. You threaten her children so that she's vulnerable, which opens her up for a device, for an overlay. And what do you use? Because beings who have a domination agenda didn't have a bodysuit. They are energy beings. So what bodysuit would they use? The one they owned, the male. So they used the male bodysuit for their agenda to target the female body, to make her vulnerable, to weaken her, to discount her in order to devise her. And then they owned. So as soon as they saw that there was more to this plan than they had thought, they started to invade other villages with the intention to damage the females in every village. And they used the male bodysuit to do it. Getting the picture?